I'm so excited. Our senior trip.
Oh my gosh.
Just best buds booking an Airbnb.
Two best buds went online, ordered a house for $300 a night.
Well,
Worth it.
I invited 3 other people. Hope that's okay.
Of course. I mean, it is our senior year and anything goes.
Anything goes. I'm so excited. Airbnb with a pool. Lots of additional costs that we didn't consider.
Oh my gosh. Wait, we're here. Whoa. This has everything.
It's got a stove.
It's got a
an
sink?
oven. Oh, and what's that? The person who owns the house is living in the door next door.
And it's 4 kids are in here right now?
That's such a blast because the more the merrier. Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course, yeah.
I really don't do well with strangers.
Me neither. I thought this was going to be our last hurrah before I went off to military college. My parents are sending me off to military college.
Yeah, and I'm going to the moon.
You're in the NASA program.
I won't see you for like 6 years.
This was supposed to be our last time together.
Now we have to babysit their kids. They left us a note that said they're gone.
Wait, what the heck? This is the family experience Airbnb.
Yeah, the post-it note says we gotta take care of these 3
And it
kids.
says we gotta help them learn life lessons?
I said they'll be back in a week. Try not to kill them and remember they like mac and cheese.
This is a real kids raising kids situation. Is this how we want to remember our time together? Raising kids together in this little Airbnb. Do we want to try to do it even though we're 17 and barely 18? We promised this would be our last hurrah, a party to remember for the ages. But now we've gotta babysit these little kids who are much younger ages.
Anything goes at the Airbnb.
Anything goes at the Airbnb.
Surprises are expected and only sometimes happy.
Anything goes at the Airbnb.
Oh, look, they've got a pet parakeet. So expected of an Airbnb. Babysitting their kids for a whole week. And they're just now telling me, ooh, I'm scared. Never wanted to be a parent. But now the choices are so apparent. We gotta raise these kids as our own. Play Mario Kart and tell them we're home.
P.U. the twins dookie their pants again. This is not how I want my time spent, but we gotta commit and raise these kids in this Airbnb.
Oh, anything goes at the Airbnb. Anything goes at the Airbnb.
We're just a cute little nuclear family.
Anything goes at the Airbnb. I got us cute name tags that say nanny, 'cause that's how we should be referred to, you see. These kids are crying, they want chores. I'm gonna make them do my laundry, that's cool.
Oh, this is confusing and a little sad, but the youngest toddler just called me dad. The lines between fantasy reality are blurring.
At the Airbnb,
Anything goes at the
anything goes at the Airbnb. I want these kids, we're falling so quickly. I think I want a permanent family. We'll take the kids, they won't even notice. They left them here, after all, it's in the Airbnb clause.
I just checked out these laws and I like those. Airbnb and know nothing about squatters' rights.
Anything goes at the Airbnb. Anything goes at the Airbnb. Even technically, kid
Yep, that was, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Musical Monday, Musical Monday. Anything can happen
at the Air BnB. Musical Monday.
Hello and welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Musical Monday with Caleb's Action Shade, Improv Broadway. Today we are reviewing the show given to us by our Laugh Pass member called Air BnB, the musical. So we see these high school best friends about to have one last hurrah, but they find themselves kind of absorbed into an Airbnb, now living the like conventional life. They kind of skipped ahead to a kind of a middle-aged family with three to four kids.
A little starter home.
Yeah,
that's right. They gave up on their on her NASA scholarship.
And he got to escape going to military college.
Yeah, which was
if you
actually
don't know
great.
is an option. After your kids turn 18, if you still think they need to shape up, you can send them to military college.
That's right. But now they're faced with, it's 3 years later, and the kids came across a scrapbook of their old parents. And they're like, who are these randos?
Right.
And why are they hugging me? And why am I wearing a onesie that says, I love my mama, with an arrow pointing to this random lady? Because they did lie to the kids and say, really, they omitted the truth because the kids started calling them mom and dad.
They pushed off the uncomfortable conversation.
Yes.
And, a lot of blended families and kids who don't have their biological parents, they often have to have this uncomfortable conversation where you have to tell the kids, you've essentially been kidnapped.
Yes.
And so they're having this kind of it's sort of a tense conversation. Like, they love them so much.
Right. It's really sweet because, they're acclimating them to their new life.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just think about it from the kid's perspective. One day they're in life with their parents. The next they find out they were just teenagers who absorbed them in their Airbnb.
Right, who took over the lives of their parents.
So there's kind of this fun back and forth about how much real stuff do we tell them?
Yes.
What do we fill in the gaps with fun details?
Right. Do we share the letters that the parents have been sending to the kids, the real parents have been sending to the kids that they've been confiscating?
Yes, and we finally reveal how much the original parents are responsible and how much the teens are responsible in this ruse, because originally the Airbnb was the family experience. And so we learn, was it just it was just supposed to be a week, and then they overstayed their welcome, or if it was the original parents' plan all along.
Yeah, but mostly it's just a sweet conversation that we all go through where your parents tell you you're actually kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a coming-of-age song.
Yes, in this song given to us by Randall Edwards, Airbnb Jumanji. Hey kids, sit down, okay?
You're not old enough for the birds and the bees.
No.
But you're learning about your first kidnapping. And it's done by yours truly. So let's sit down on the couch and see.
No, we're not gonna tell you where babies come from, but we're gonna confess what we've done.
And we're gonna tell you how babies that we took from your real parents.
Your real parents, they live somewhere else.
You were kind of abandoned.
And that's where enter us. Hey kids, don't cry, don't moan. Haven't we built a pretty swell home? Remember we were kids ourselves when we decided to put our hopes and dreams on the shelf.
You should be thankful for everything we sacrificed. We didn't do this at just a roll of the dice. It was a careful consideration that was thrusted upon us when we were 17 years young.
Yes, we know life is like Jumanji, the movie we just watched with Robin Williams. But think about, just like in that movie, all the amazing things that we've done. Like Stacy, remember you had self-esteem issues and we helped you resolve that.
your Kit Kat, and we beat them up, and then they never came back.
Just because you're kidnapped doesn't mean that you're not family. Just because you're kidnapped doesn't mean that you're not family.
We've treated you like our own, like the apes did to Tarzan, and you are our cubs, and we're a mama bear that'll keep protecting.
The best movies, they help to show the real meaning behind kidnapping, like the BFG, a family, and now look at they're so happy.
Just because you're kidnapped doesn't mean you're not family. Just because you're kidnapped doesn't mean you're not family. Just because you're kidnapped doesn't mean you're not family. We may not be blood, but you're not getting rid of me.
The last song you just heard was, I think it was called something about Jumanji. And there was a couple references in there that we kind of sprinkled in. But isn't Parenthood kind of a crazy game with monkeys and elephants and twists and turns? And I really think that's what Jumanji was actually really all about.
That's right. And it comes even more for full circle when the kid's biological dad comes with a gun.
Yes, and he's got a big handlebars mustache and a safari hat.
Yes.
And he says, "Give me back my kids,
Yes,
Sonny Jim."
Sonny Jim, I'm looking for my children. And you realize that they were kind of fun, like 1920s, like jungle explorers.
Yes.
That's where they went.
That's where they
when
went.
they abandoned the
They
Air
went to
BnB.
Africa to
Yeah, they
hunt large game.
Yeah, they left out the details on the note of just like, hey, we'll be gone for just maybe 6 months to 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
And those letters that they confiscated were just letters that said "you still good," and
Yes,
that's it.
that's it. They actually weren't confrontational at all.
Not at all. They were doing them a
like,
huge favor.
That's right. And so, but now they're back and they see intruders in their home. They forgot.
They forgot all about the deal that they struck for 5 years.
Yeah, well, they had forgot they even had kids.
They did.
So they thought their kids were intruders as well. They were like, who's in our house? We thought it was just us.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
they got this case of jungle
Amnesia. They got jungle
That's
amnesia.
right.
Yeah.
A mosquito bit them.
On their eyeballs.
An amnesia mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in this song the kids are trying to remind the parents, like, hey, you have kids,
Hey.
and it's us.
And it's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah.
So this is a song between the kids and the jungle explorer parents who are suffering from amskita.
Yeah. What's the title of this song? Let's see.
Let's see. Oh man, I mean, I hate to say it, unless someone could be Randall Edwards, he is killing it. But this is Finders Keepers.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
What's going on here? Who's in our home, Sonny Jim?
Dad, it's me, remember? Your child.
What is this? The white rhino. Pale as the rhino may be, I thought you were extinct. You better be on the run, Sonny
No,
Jim.
it's me, your daughter Jim. I promise.
My daughter, Sonny Jim.
Look in my eyes. They're the same teal color as yours.
I haven't been able to see ever since those mosquitoes bit my eyes.
Remember when you had kids? Please, Papa, can you remember this? Remember when you took my chubby little hand and your tears warmed your warming glands?
I don't remember having kids. I remember the jungle and the dangers and the horrors and the monkeys too. You know, child of mine, this just won't do.
I'm begging your parental instincts to kick in. We've been raised by high school students, and it's time for you to come back in.
They've erased you, they can't keep doing it. I just want to go back and find that lion that took me leg and get my revenge. So I say, a finders, a keepers. These kids, you can keep them. Finders, keepers, kids, you're on your own.
If it's finders, keepers, I found you, Dad, and I'm never gonna give you back. You have to stay, that's the rule you played in this Jumanji world.
Roll the dice. Let's see if you get a once or twice. If you roll twos, then I will be sucked back in the game of parenting.
Finders, keepers. Let me see those peepers. Finders, keepers. I'm your kidders.
The past 4 or 5 years come rushing back. Oh no! I left my children to go hunt large game in Africa.
That's right. It's time for you to put us in time out, Dad. We've been waiting for you to wrap us across the knuckles.
That wouldn't be right. I'm not your parent anymore. These 21 to 22-year-olds are. The house is yours by rules of finders, keepers.
Okay, you're right. I found new parents, and I love them more than you. Finders, keepers, play by the rules.
And there you have it, folks. That was Air BnB, the musical, which was really also, in parentheses, Jumanji the musical. We hope you had a fun time. Let's see here. What time is it? We'll stick around for a few more minutes to do a couple more songs, but we'll wrap up this episode of Musical Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you had a fun time. We hope you tune in next week and every week thereafter for a wonderful another episode of this little show we like to call
Musical